بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه اللهم صل على سيدنا وحبيبنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا 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 رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي وبعد. First of all, I want to thank YM and the ICNA organizers for giving me this few minutes to have the opportunity to explain to you what our company does and how you can potentially benefit, inshallah. The company is Strategic Realty Solutions. Very simply, what we do is we buy distressed properties, foreclosure and bank-owned properties. We renovate and rehab them. Some of them we tear down and build new construction, and then we flip them on the retail market. Next slide, inshallah. So just to give you a quick backgrounder about myself, I was conceived, like most brown people, to be a doctor, and that wasn't the direction that I took. I actually went into entrepreneurism. Coming out of college, I was in pharmaceutical sales, and I climbed the corporate ladder going into sales training and then management, and then eventually managing a $35 million global business unit. And while I was still in college, I had the privilege to train under the master franchiser of Keller Williams, Mohammed Abbasi. So this was going about 12 years back. In 2008, a critical moment happened. Lehman Brothers crashes, and that set the domino effect for more banks, hundreds of banks crashing. And what that did was it opened up an opportunity for people to buy properties for 20 to 60 cents on the dollar. And so that's what we were doing in 2008, 9, 10, and 11, is buying short sale properties from the banks. And really what it was at that time, it was me, my father, Mamu, Chacha, Amu Fulan, we'd put our money together and we'd buy a few houses and then we'd renovate them and then we'd flip them. 2012, a critical change happened where it made more sense to, instead of just selling these houses as is, you actually went and did a full gut, redid the kitchen, redid the bathroom. Sometimes you brought the house to the ground and built a brand new house. And so really what we do, so you understand, is we buy the ugly duckling, the ugly house in the nicest neighborhoods. And then we renovate them and bring them up to par with everything else. You may have seen, Flip This House on A&E and those sort of programs. That's exactly what we do. Next slide, inshallah. So the goals are, the company is now funded predominantly by private capital. So it's private individuals like yourself that are making decisions. Do I put money in stocks? Do I put money in mutual funds? I may or may not be happy with the returns that I'm getting in the market. Well, what I believe is fundamentally most people understand real estate because you either own your own house or you have some sort of rental property or whatever it is. So at a fundamental level, you understand real estate. And so it's very simple to understand that in our business, we have a saying that goes that you make your money when you buy. And intuitively, you might be thinking, well, don't you make the money when you sell the house? And the answer is really that, if you buy the property right, if you buy it at 20, 30, 40 cents on the dollar, you just have to take that property through the process in order to sell it for a significant profit. Next slide, please. So what are we offering? It's a 100% interest-free model. It's a profit-sharing model for the Muslim consumer. We've raised in the last 18 months about $5.5 million. And so what you may not know is that you, as the Muslim American community, you're the second most affluent demographic in the United States of America after the Jewish Americans. We have more degrees, we have more money saved up, and through the economic debacle, we didn't go on this crazy spending, like the government did, like individuals did. We were pretty good at saving. And so one of the things that I find when I speak to, physicians or engineers or professionals is they know a lot about what they do, but they don't know necessarily a lot about how to invest or where to park their money to get the highest returns. Next slide, inshallah. This is one slide. If you remember nothing from this presentation, I hope you can take this away from it, is that if you have retirement funds, a 401k or an IRA or whatever it is, most people are not aware of the fact, and this is a very powerful tool. This is what the ultra elite in this country do, like Mitt Romney and others. When you saw the debates happening and he was running for president, they asked, how does he pay such little taxes? They use vehicles like this to shelter their money, number one, and then number two, they can actually tax defer it till they're 59 and a half and use it to invest in properties or other things. Now, what you may or may not know is that you can actually self-direct it. So you don't need a money manager or a broker to do it for you. You can decide, hey, I want to put my money in a rental property, I want to buy gold, I want to buy raw land. You can actually do that, and we educate you on how to do that. So a self-directed IRA. And please move on with the slide. Next slide, please. And now let's just show you the money, right? Everybody's thinking, show me the money. So here's the deals that we do. Alhamdulillah, to this day, we have a perfect record. And, first of all, the tawfiq of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but secondly, it's the stringent criteria that we use in terms of vetting the property. So I'm going to be wrapping up. If we can go through the slides quickly now. So some of the properties, and we do only investments in New Jersey. So these are some properties that you may see, that we've short sailed and then we've flipped on the market. Keep going, inshallah. And obviously some of it's cutting off, but these are properties that people have invested in. Please continue. Next slide. Here's a flip that we did right in New Brunswick, about 5 minutes from where my office is. Keep going, please. Another one, this was owned by a physician who, he bought this property for $860,000. We picked it up for $385,000. We put about $50,000 into it, and ended up flipping it for a significant profit. Keep going. This is one in Piscataway. Here's one in Montclair and West Caldwell. Everything is in New Jersey. New Jersey is the leading state in terms of foreclosures. Here's a teardown that we're doing in Jersey City, Qasim's hometown, the previous speaker. So we bought raw land and we're building two-family houses there. Next slide, please. This is a commercial building, new construction that we're doing in Somerset. And next slide. Huge pipeline that continues to grow because of our heavy marketing. Next slide. Inshallah, we're looking to target about $750,000 in net profit. A lot of that is going to be shared with the investors. Next slide. And we're looking to raise about $10 million to continue doing the projects. We have about a 24 to 36 month window to really hit it hard and make money in this market the way things are going. Next slide, inshallah. And there's some testimonials and things like that. What I just want to leave you with is there's no way that I can go through all of this and all of the information with you. Right behind that wall, we're not in the bazaar, we're directly behind that wall. Our booth is set up over there. If you are somewhat remotely interested, come there, engage us in conversation, and leave your information. If you're in New Jersey, we do bi-monthly investor luncheons. And if you're out of state, we do have out-of-state investors as well as out-of-country investors. Overseas investors, we do webinars to bring you up to speed on the management, case studies, investment model, and so on. Barakallahu li wa lakum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.